You are listening to Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. I am your host, Shanel Scott. I'm a psychic medium and energy healer who has been supporting those on a spiritual journey for over a decade. I'm your tour guide into the world of the unknown, showing you that the magic of the universe is at your fingertips. I believe spirituality is simple and fun, and this podcast will make it easily accessible, giving you the real talk on all things divine and spiritual, helping you to step into the flow. Manifesting your dreams because we all deserve to be living our best life. Are you ready for an adventure? Hello, sunshines, and welcome to a new episode of Directions from your Spiritual Tour Guide podcast. My name is Shanel Scott. I am your host and your spiritual tour guide on this incredible journey we call life. Always demystifying all things spiritual and divine. It is all about the real talk, and today, we're talking about past life regression. I had the pleasure of being on another podcast, and I will drop the info in the show notes so you can go check it out. And we were talking about modalities and demystifying modalities, and I thought that was such a beautiful conversation to have. Understanding spirituality and understanding the different modalities that are tools that are available to you can be a really powerful thing, because it really is this journey of discovering what works for you, what resonates and what doesn't resonate for you. And sometimes that shifts and changes over time, but it is an incredible tool to understand that. And so today I wanted to talk about past life regression. It is my new passion. It is a modality that I've learned over the last year or so, and I love the way that you get to experience the information that comes from past life regression. So there are different ways to do past life regression. When you are doing a regression, you are retrieving the information yourself, and this may be done through hypnosis, but it may also be done through meditation. There are different ways to get there. Sort of the same result. It just depends on how you're trained and what you're looking for. Now, I am not trained in hypnosis. Dolores Cannon is kind of one of the godmothers of the hypnosis style past life regression, and she really tapped into the galactic realm in her travels through it, and her journey is quite incredible. So you can look at quantum hypnosis, and there's tons of information out there regarding this style. It's different than what I do. I'm trained in a meditation style past life regression. So basically, we're using meditation, moving into a deeply relaxed state to retrieve the information regarding a past life. It is really simple to do. Anybody can do it. And it is such a different way of gathering information. As a psychic medium, I get information about past lives all the time. It comes up in readings, it comes up in medical intuition, in energy work. It's even come up in business intuition before, surprisingly. When I retrieve the information for you, I'm simply saying, you had a past life, you were this kind of person, male, female, this is what you did, this is your family, this is the culture that you grew up in, whatever it is, the information that you need. But I am giving you like the Coles notes. There's no emotion attached to it necessarily. It is simply a recognition of a past life and what happened in it and how it's being reflected into this lifetime. Whereas in past life regression, when you do this meditation, you actually take yourself to the past life. Now, everybody gets scared. Don't go there yet before you hear everything. But the body has built in, things to keep you safe. Your body and your mind will not allow you to experience anything that you are not ready to see, hear, or feel. And that is really important. We are not going to be taken to some traumatic event that we are not ready to process or see or have experience of. That's not going to happen. You're more apt to get nothing or very little in a lifetime where something big may have happened. And I've seen this. I did a past life regression for a girlfriend, and in the lifetime she was really struggling to see anything, and I just allowed her to have that experience, because in the form that I do, we don't really push or guide too much. We help to see, we hold space for that, but we don't force. So I wouldn't push her to see more if she wasn't ready to see more. I encouraged her to look around, that sort of stuff. But it was a lifetime that felt kind of empty in the sense that she didn't get a lot of information. Lo and behold, after a long trip, she came back and had an experience that she told me about. And I was like, I think you had a past life about that, remember? And in the regression, because she knew it was a past life. And we kind of both were thinking back, and I'm like, remember this and remember that? And she's like, oh my goodness, I totally remember it. And this and that. And it made so much more sense. And the second experience offered up more information. And it was almost like she had to have the first experience to be able to trigger the information for the second experience. That gave her a lot more. And when she came into that second experience, she was in a place that was very different, and she was more ready to understand and to see what was coming through in that lifetime, it was really cool to hear the story. So we go into this meditation and we drop into a lifetime, and we very gently begin to acknowledge who we are. We look at our feet, we look at our legs, we look at what we're wearing, we start to look at our surroundings. And it's a really gentle experience moving into this space and seeing where we are, who we are, and just acknowledging those pieces. And then we kind of move further into the meditation, and I take you along to experience that lifetime. And we joke at the beginning, it's not really a joke, I guess, but one of the instructions I give is let your imagination run wild. If you feel like you're dreaming this all up, you are doing it exactly right. If you think your imagination is on a roller coaster and you're like, this is too much, you're doing it right. Just allow yourself to open to whatever is coming through, and the messages just keep coming and coming and coming, and you really get to experience the lifetime. I have worked with past lives, like I said, for years upon years upon years, doing more of a past life reading. Again, it's less of an experience and it's more of the Coles notes of it. When I was doing my training, there were lifetimes that I had known about already, that I had been shown through my spirit guides and such, as lifetimes that had very big significance to the lifetime I am now living. But when I had those pop up in my training, when I was experiencing the past life regression, they were far more powerful. The experience in the meditation allowed me to see, feel, and hear so much more than what I knew was already happening. It took it to a next level and gave me more information, more data, more wisdom regarding what was happening and how it was affecting me in this lifetime. And it's just so cool to feel it and to experience it and to see it and be in that almost first person and just kind of be in that life and experience it fully. And again, I just want to throw it out there again. Your mind and your body will not let you experience anything you are not meant to. I see sometimes how we move through a lifetime very quickly. This happened to me in one of my sessions when I was receiving, and I've had it happen with several clients where they're just supposed to experience something very briefly, often the feeling of that lifetime, and a minor, it's like the overarching lesson of that lifetime. It's supposed to come in really quickly. It's supposed to be received and then see it again another lifetime. And they'll move through 3 or 4 lifetimes really, really quickly. but the theme of those lifetimes is like cohesive and powerful. And they come out of it with this energy that they're tapping into that allows them a power to step into something else. Sometimes we stay in one lifetime, that's all we go through, and we experience a lot of different pieces of it. The other part of it is that the way we receive information will be the way we receive the life in the experience. So if you're someone who is much more sensory, you might get a lot more sensory feelings as you're moving through the meditation. It's interesting when I work with someone like that because they tend to take a little more time and they're not vocalizing in the same way because they're sensing and feeling it. They're being present in it. Whereas someone who is more visual or auditory may just keep speaking and telling you what's happening because they're seeing it in that kind of motion. It's much quicker. It's right there at their fingertips instead of a sensory piece that's moving through their whole body. Everybody's going to experience things in different ways and see things in different ways. And the way that we experience it in past life regression is the way that we are meant to. It is the way that we are supposed to receive to get the most out of it. I just feel like this is such an incredible tool, and it's been really interesting the way that I've been able to use it in my practice and with my clients. I love a group past life regression. It's an interesting way of doing things. It's kind of a quick experience versus the one-on-one, which can be so incredibly powerful. Being able to be guided through the meditation in a different way, having someone hold space just for you to really receive the information and feel the information. Both are very valid and can work for people in different ways. Sometimes we just need a little touch in and we can move ourselves through that experience on our own with enough ease that we get what we need from it. Where I've had other clients say, I have this block and I feel like past life regression is going to show me what I need to see. And it's incredible when we dive in and they're given everything. That past life, that experience is just showing them the pieces in this lifetime that need adjusting and how that past life and the experiences in that past life are now affecting them in this current life. It is just an incredible tool that you can use. And there is tons of great books and like I said, Dolores Cannon, she has numerous books on the things that she's learned through past life regression. She has a course. Brian Weiss is another one who's written tons of books on past life and incredible work. So there's tons of different places that you can read all about past life regression and kind of the experiences that you can have with it. And of course, there's lots of different ways you can experience it, whether it's hypnosis or meditation. If you are interested in trying past life regression, I do have one coming up on Thursday, August 22nd. It is a Zoom past life regression. It is touching in on a powerful moment in a past life that has brought you power in this lifetime. I also offer private sessions. You do have to email me to get one of those sessions. I don't offer them up on my regular schedule. So please reach out if you are interested in a past life regression session. They're about an hour and a half long. They take a little while to get through, but it is an incredible experience. And like I said, this is a tool. This is something that you can use. So explore. Past life regression might not be what you need, and maybe just a past life reading is all that you require. There's even decks of cards that have to do with past lives so that you could read an oracle card reading on past lives and maybe get the information that you need. There are oracle cards that are about galactic lives that can give you some information. There is so much out there when you just dive in and reach out for it. And of course, I'm always here for it. Always here and willing to talk the real talk on all of it. So if you have a topic that you want to chat about, reach out, let me know. I'm happy to share. I am looking for some guests in the fall. We're moving into that. It's time, I think. So maybe we'll bring on some other people, maybe somebody that does past life regression through hypnosis. Let's see. And we can have a conversation about the difference between the two. But yeah, past life regression, amazing tool. Hope you got a little more information about it. Maybe piqued your curiosity. Maybe you'll go read a book or join me for a group past life regression or a personal one. Those will be offered on Zoom on a regular basis. They're usually in the evening, and like I said, they're about an hour, hour and a half long. Great experience, and I show you how to record it and everything so that you can record your voice and your story. And yeah, it's incredible. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here and listening and sharing energy and space with me. If you can share a little more energy, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can leave a review, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I deeply appreciate it. It means the world to me, and it's just a few moments of your time. So thank you, thank you. Yeah, from my heart and soul to yours. Until the next time, my friends. Bye now.